Hello again, or if you have just joined us this week, welcome to the Canting Club. We have a red from France here. We haven't been to France for months, and this is one of the most famous and typical of them all. It's a Beaujolais. French wines have been copied all around the world, champagne-alikes and claret-alikes and red and white Burgundy clones. Not this one. Beaujolais is world famous and yet nobody else tries to make it. It's made exclusively from the Gamay grape, which grows in very few other places. There's a little elsewhere in France, normally in high country like the Savoy and across into Switzerland too. But mostly it's from here, Beaujolais. This one is a 2015 from Château des Pertonnières. Unusually for Beaujolais, this is a single estate, not a merchant buying in grapes from lots of different growers. The colour's great. It's this wonderfully vivid, purpley red. It really looks fresh and fruity. Great colour to it. And as soon as you stick your nose in, you know it's Beaujolais. So distinctive. Absolutely bursting with strawberries and cherries, red fruits. And behind that, just a little touch of bubblegum or maybe pear drop. In cheaper Beaujolais, those can dominate, but it's very characteristic of the wine. And if you have just a little bit, it just gives it that character. There's also something very floral about this nose, although it's always rather difficult to think of what flowers, especially in a red wine. Maybe violets or iris or something, but definitely floral. Just a lovely nose. You just want to take a big mouthful. Oh yeah. Now it is dry, but it is loaded with sweet fruit. It's quite light-bodied, this, 12.5%, and it possibly tastes even a tiny bit less. But it's bursting with sweet, soft cherry fruit. Comes right out at you. And in fact, there's so much of it. In fact, and also, just behind the cherries, maybe just a tiny hint of banana. That's another very Beaujolais thing. Characteristic of wines made by carbonic maceration, which I go into in great detail in the website. But yes, the weight of the fruit hides the lovely fresh acidity, which only comes through at the end, mostly on the finish, where it's juicy and refreshing, really clears the palate. Just delicious stuff. Positively demands more mouthfuls. Absolutely textbook Beaujolais. You can spot it from the first sniff, and a wonderfully unique style of wine from a great producer based in the unfashionable south of Beaujolais. All the most famous bits are in the north, the famous villages like Fleury and Morgon and Moulin-Avant and Beaujolais Village, all in the north. The south is flatter and it can only call itself Beaujolais, and most of the Nouveau comes from round there. This is unusual. It's a single estate, like I said, Château des Pertonnières. The family here have been making wine for centuries. It's also in the best zone of the south, Pierre Doré, which means golden stones. And these vineyards are planted on acidic granite soils, just like the more famous ones in the north. Most of the south is limestoney, sandstony, alkaline soils, which doesn't suit the Gamay very well. This estate uses those vineyards for its Chardonnay, makes a Beaujolais Blanc. All the Gamay is on the proper granitic acidic soils and all south-facing, so they don't have to chaptalize, they don't have to add sugar to get enough alcohol content, which is allowed in Beaujolais and widely practiced. So a really textbook example from a quality-conscious producer. And it's such a great party wine. It's such a shame to be drinking this on my own. It just demands to have friends round and nibbles and finger food and just to have fun. It's a little bit frivolous and a lot of fun. And I was in severe danger finishing the bottle before I got a chance to film with it. Cheers.